Welcome to Star Chat, the podcast where we explore the wonders of the universe and bring you the latest news from the world of space exploration. We're starting off with a couple of updates from NASA first. Let's talk about the Swift Observatory, a spacecraft that's been studying gamma-ray bursts and other cosmic events for over 21 years. Launched in 2004, Swift was designed for a 2-year mission, but it's far exceeded its expected lifespan. However, due to increased solar activity, its orbit has begun to decay, and NASA anticipates it will re-enter Earth's atmosphere later this year. In an effort to extend Swift's mission, NASA awarded a contract to Catalyst Space Technologies to develop a robotic servicing mission called Swift Boost. The goal was to launch a spacecraft that could rendezvous with Swift and provide a boost to its orbit, giving it more time to continue its scientific observations. Unfortunately, the Swift Boost spacecraft, also known as Link, has experienced attitude control issues, which means it won't be able to provide the necessary boost to Swift's orbit. Although this is not the outcome NASA was hoping for, the agency is still committed to learning as much as possible from the mission and applying those lessons to future satellite servicing operations. In fact, NASA has already announced a new challenge called the Orbital Clarity Challenge, which aims to develop low-cost methods for measuring thermospheric density, pressure, or drag in low Earth orbit. This challenge is part of the NASA Tech Leap Prize series and is open to innovators and entrepreneurs who can come up with creative solutions to this problem. The challenge will consist of 3 phases, with up to 4 winners receiving prizes of up to $500,000. The goal is to develop a flight-ready solution within 12 months, and NASA plans to offer each winning team a test flight at no cost. We'll be right back with more fascinating space news on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat. Decades ago, a NASA spacecraft swooped past this enigmatic world, revealing a smooth, dust-strewn surface that sparked the curiosity of scientists. How did Deimos get its youthful look compared to its larger counterpart, Phobos? A recent flyby by the European Space Agency's Hera mission may have uncovered the answer. Using images gathered by Hera, a new study suggests that a single asteroid strike may have dramatically reshaped Mars' outer moon. The findings, published in Nature Astronomy, show how the impact could have tossed large amounts of material across Deimos' surface, giving it its surprisingly smooth appearance. Imagine a massive asteroid, about 1,049 feet wide, colliding with Deimos at high speeds, creating a broad depression at its south pole and throwing debris across the moon's surface. The researchers behind the study used an impact code called smoothed particle hydrodynamics to model this hypothetical impact and its aftermath. By recreating Deimos as millions of adhering particles, they simulated various scenarios, each taking about a week to complete. The best fit turned out to be a slanting 45-degree impact from the asteroid, which created a global blanket of loose regolith that covered much of Deimos. But what is even more intriguing is that beneath this layer of dust, the outlines of Deimos' ancient craters remain visible. This suggests that Deimos is rather fragile in nature, similar to a rubble pile body, akin to many asteroids. According to Michael Keppers, ESA's Hera project scientist, this does not necessarily mean the moon is in fact a captured asteroid. It might well have formed out of material kicked up from Mars by surface impacts, but more, that it may have formed in a similar way and therefore shares comparable properties. As we continue to explore our solar system, discoveries like this remind us of the complex and violent history that has shaped the worlds around us. The story of Deimos serves as a testament to the awe-inspiring power of asteroid impacts and the fascinating processes that have sculpted the surfaces of celestial bodies. Welcome back to Star Chat. Today, we've got a fascinating story that's out of this world. Literally, NASA scientists have been studying the possibility of microbe survival on the moon, and their findings are quite surprising. It turns out that some Earth microbes can survive in certain regions near the lunar South Pole, where the sunlight is limited and the temperatures are cold. These microbes, which include fungi like Aspergillus niger and bacteria like Bacillus subtilis, can withstand extreme conditions such as UV radiation and freezing temperatures. In fact, some of them can even survive for at least a day in the harsh lunar environment. This raises important questions about contamination control and the potential for human exploration to inadvertently introduce Earth-based life forms to the Moon. The scientists used detailed environmental maps and simulations to identify survivable niches on the Moon's surface, ranging from large crater floors to small areas like an astronaut's boot print. They found that some microbes can survive in areas with limited sunlight exposure, while others require more sheltered conditions. This research has significant implications for future lunar missions, particularly those focused on searching for signs of life beyond Earth. The scientists emphasized the need for careful characterization of lunar chemistry and biology before human visits can alter the environment. By understanding what microbe species are present and how they survive, we can better design our exploration strategies and avoid contaminating the Moon with Earth-based life forms. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars.